Imagine getting up every day full of energy as if you were in your 20s again. What would that be like? What would it be worth to you? What is your health worth to you? Think about it. Your health isn't everything, but without it, everything else is nothing. And yet, too many of us are taking it for granted until something goes wrong. And no one wakes up hoping to be diagnosed with a disease or chronic illness. And yet, we've never been taught how to be proactive in our health through our school or public health. As a registered health coach and integrative health practitioner, I believe it's time this information is made available to everyone. Combining new knowledge around your health and the ability to do my functional medicine lab tests in the comfort of your own home will allow you to optimize your health for today and all your tomorrows. Don't wait for your wake-up call. Welcome to another episode of the Don't Wait for Your Wake-Up Call podcast. My name is Melissa Deely, and I am so excited to bring this episode to you today, the first episode of 2023. So Happy New Year. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season and that you were able to find some downtime for yourself, some time to reflect on 2022, as well as time to look ahead to 2023 and really envision your hopes and goals and dreams for 2023 and what you want to make happen out there in the world. But aside from just what you want to have happen or make happen out there in the world, what is it that you are going to do for you in 2023? And is your health at the top of your priority list in terms of looking after you? I truly hope that it is, because if you're a regular listener to this podcast, you know that your health is your greatest asset. When you don't have your health, you can't get out there and do everything that it is that you want to do in the world because you're lacking the energy, the mental clarity and focus, and the ability to be able to do what it is that you want to do. So today, I am going to dive into what I'm bringing to you in 2023 because I've been doing a lot of planning. I did a lot of training in 2022, and I'm really excited to be upping my game in order to have greater impact in the world and be able to bring so many more resources to you. But before I dive into all of that, I want to also share with you a wonderful testimonial that I received recently from Lucas Baker in Butler, Pennsylvania. And he says, I met Melissa at a point in my health journey where I felt lost and defeated. My gut health and overall diet was slowly killing me. Melissa took me under her professional guidance and walked me through every step of my detox. I never felt like I was doing it alone. I had her as a resource to ask questions and get answers. I recommend Melissa to anyone who is struggling with gut issues or general health issues. Her certification makes her specialized to take on whatever you need. An awesome human being. So thank you very much, Lucas, for that testimonial. I really appreciate it. And let's dive into the first episode of 2023. So several things that I've changed in what I'm offering. One of them is just right on my website. So for those of you that are viewing the screen, you can see this. For everyone else, I will describe it. But on the top menu bar of my website, I've added some menu resources. So first of all, I've always had programs, but I've now added training. So programs are programs that you work through with me in your health journey. And training are courses that I'm running and teaching where you actually come away with the skills to be able to implement some health changes in your life. And everything that I train and teach, I'm teaching and training for now, but they are skills that you will have for a lifetime. So the investment is really in the rest of your life. So those are two tabs that you might want to check out. I've also added a shop button. So for anybody who's a regular client, you are perhaps looking to buy your detox kits or other common supplements, you can just click right on the shop button and you will find the most common supplements here. And you can just click on the link in order to buy everything that it is that you want. Under the My Recommendations page, you will find all of my resources that you can go ahead and purchase for yourself if you are looking for resources of toxic-free products, etc. You can click here, see what recommendations I've made, and then go ahead and purchase for yourself. So there's different categories, there's lifestyle, there's personal care products, there's laundry, there's bedding, etc. So where are toxins coming into your life? You can go ahead and click on this page and then find the resources that you want that are toxin-free and go ahead and order them. So that's one of the big changes that I've made that I'm excited to bring to you. Another one is that I spent some time doing some research this past year. Some of you may have heard this from me before, but some research that came out from Edward Jones that my financial planner actually sent to me is showing that in North America, the average person is spending the last 10 years of their life in a nursing home. And to me, that is shocking. 10 years of your life. Can you imagine that? Just think of that in perspective of what if you spent your entire 20s in a nursing home, those 10 years, right? And I realize it isn't your 20s, but just think of that span of your life. That's a long time. And that's the average person, which means some people are spending more time there and some people are spending less time there. Well, if you're like me, you want to spend a lot less time there. But that means you need to be taking action now in order to create a body that is inhospitable to disease so that you can avoid the nursing home, hopefully altogether. That nursing home, the cost of it is massive. Right now in 2023, it's roughly $108,000 a year, US dollars. So for 10 years, that's over $1 million. It's estimated to get to $141,000 per year by 2030, which is only 7 years away. And if you're my age, mid-50s, you're hopefully not even anywhere near the age of getting to a nursing home for another, say, 30 years. So what is the annual cost going to be by 2060? I don't know, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be close to $200,000 or more, which means your 10-year stay is over $2 million. That is a lot of money. And that isn't even covering your medical expenses. That is literally room and board because every single individual has individual medical needs. So that isn't paid up front. That is a back-end cost billed to you as needed. So my invitation to you is just don't go there for a significantly less cost, not even 10% of that cost. You can work with someone like myself, many other holistic practitioners out there in order to optimize your health today, give you the optimal energy so that you can enjoy life, enjoy your work, your family life, etc., etc., feel great when you bounce out of bed in the morning and really feel alive. Because our body is designed to function that way. And in fact, the latest research shows that our human body could easily live to 150 years old if we looked after it better. And there's so many things that are getting in our way of doing that as we go around our daily lives, including toxins, including poor nutrition and nutrient depleted soil systems, including high stress, including poor sleep. But when we understand this and realize that we can actually do something about this, we can choose to live our life differently, make some changes, small daily changes in our habits that become lasting, that aren't a lot of effort. Most people don't do them because they simply don't know that the way they're living their life is problematic and heading them on a path to 10 years in a nursing home. But you're here, you're listening to this podcast, you're getting health education. You obviously are somebody that wants to do more. And so I'm really excited to bring you a brand new program in 2023 that is designed to absolutely combat this issue of 10 years in a nursing home. I felt really called to put this program together, and I'm so excited to do that. It's called the Start Now, Live Well program, right? Because we have to start now. What you do today does matter in your health journey. Nobody goes to bed and then wakes up the next morning. They go to bed healthy, wake up the next morning and have a diagnosis, right? Our body's been talking to us with signs and symptoms. We've been ignoring them. We've been pushing through. Whatever the diagnosis is that we receive, that has been building in our body over weeks, months, and sometimes years, which is why what you do today, even if you feel good, matters. And have you ever noticed that, you might think you feel good now, but if you stop and think back, how did I feel in my 20s? Do I feel as good now as I did then? Because we don't notice that slow, steady decline. And so I invite you to ask yourself, just how good am I willing to allow myself to feel? Because it may be that you can actually take some action now in regards to your health and start to feel better right now, today. You could start that. I feel better, excuse me, I have a bit of a cough. I feel better in my mid-50s than I did in my 30s, because in my 30s, I didn't know what I know today. And in the last 7+ years of my learning and my wellness journey and implementing all of the learning, which, as I said, isn't difficult to do, it's a choice to prioritize yourself, your health. I feel better now than I did then. And I absolutely love how I feel today. And I love sharing this with people. And I plan to live into my hundreds, and I want to take anybody who wants to join me on that path with me. So this Start Now, Live Well program is all about bringing together a group of practitioners that I have met and come to work with over the past 2 years, and having us all in one place. So it's super easy for you to get the support you need on your health journey. You no longer have to go and find all the different practitioners for yourself, because you've found the Start Now, Live Well program, which is now featured on my website under programs. So in this program, you will be going through a physical detox, mental detox, emotional detox, because we have to get the toxins out of our body. When we get the toxins out of our body, it lowers inflammation. It releases stress on our body, which allows our body to heal. It does not heal in a stress state, for starters. When we lower the inflammation levels, that also helps us to stay in a healthy state, because we know that higher inflammation levels will trigger our cells to turn on diseases that we're genetically predisposed to. But if we don't have those higher inflammation levels, it won't trigger the cells to turn on those diseases. It's a switch. It can be turned on, it can be turned off. So you may be genetically predisposed to something, but the switch still has to be flicked. You can choose to create a body that is inhospitable to disease and not have that switch ever get turned on. So a key starting point for that is a physical detox. But we also want to go through a mental and emotional detox as well, because our body stores every interaction, every experience we've ever had in our cells. And how often have we pushed down our emotions, not wanted to feel them, or even as children being told not to cry, little boys don't cry, be a big girl, don't cry, and teaching us to squash our emotions and not feel them. So all of that gets stored in our cells, in our body, and over time, as our physical toxic load increases as well, this emotional toxicity can cause us health problems. The mental toxicity is the way we talk to ourselves that you're probably not even aware of. They're the unconscious thoughts that are constantly running in the background. We have 70,000 conversations with ourselves in any given day. What are you saying to yourself? And what are your beliefs that are triggered as a result of you talking in this way to yourself? Maybe you have a dream, but you're talking to yourself saying, I can't do it, I don't believe it, I'm not good enough, I'm not worth it. And I'm going to say cancel, cancel, cancel to all of that, because everything I say, my unconscious mind also takes as personal, and I don't want to implant that into my unconscious mind. And we don't want it in yours either. So you can also say cancel, cancel, cancel as you are listening to this podcast. But stop and think about how you talk to yourself. Are these phrases that you're aware of using, or do you need to start tuning in order to create awareness around the phrases and the way you talk to yourself? That's part of the mental detox process that we need to go through and release the limiting beliefs that are holding you back and implant new beliefs that will serve you in reaching your goals and dreams. You will also go through a spiritual detox or connecting to your intuition. We all have intuition, and yet some people say, oh, I don't, or I don't know how to access it, etc. So one fabulous practitioner, Cheryl Brewster, she was actually featured in episode 70 of this podcast previously, so you can go back and listen to her and learn about her work. She is an intuitive coach, a reverend, among other things, and she will help you either connect to your intuition if that's what serves you most, or help you with a spiritual detox if that's what you need, because we do have 4 bodies. And by the time we have symptoms showing up in our physical body, they've already moved through our spiritual body, our mental body, and our emotional body. And as a result, as we heal the physical body, we need to address those 3 higher bodies in order to make sure that that healing is lifelong healing, and that you don't just end up back where you were a year or 2 from now because you didn't address those higher bodies and they are still in a state of dis-ease. So I've been calling myself the friendly toxin slayer because I work with people to do the physical, emotional, and mental detoxing. And then I hand you off to Cheryl Brewster for your spiritual detoxing and or connecting to your intuition. Once you've worked with us in this journey of healing, and it is a journey, your health is a lifelong journey. It never ends. You always have to focus on it. Excuse me, I need a drink. And here's the thing that I heard someone say this morning that I thought was fabulous. You are getting results, whether you like them or not. So what results are you getting? And if you're not getting the results that you like when it comes to your health, that's indicative of you needing to find another way and do something differently. And that's where I love this program, because I'm basically giving you a smorgasbord, a menu of practitioners to work with. So you'll work with myself, you'll work with Cheryl, and after that, you get to choose the practitioners that most resonate with you and your needs and where you're at now. And I will absolutely help guide you in this area as well, because you might be like, I don't know who I need. So I can absolutely help guide you, but I just want you to know that there's so many options here with 9 other practitioners, and I will continue to add others. And this allows you to fully customize your healing journey. So let me introduce you to some of these other practitioners that are included in the program. We will have Dr. Melissa Balazan in the program. Now, she has a podcast episode coming out with me really soon. It's episode number 101. And she is a concierge pharmacist. And what she will be bringing to the program is helping people who want to come off their pharmaceutical medications and helping you do it safely. And that's what's really important. You can't just stop them, right? And I'm not a doctor. I can't guide you through that process. I'm not trained in that. But Dr. Melissa is. And so that is her specialty. Her entire pharmaceutical business is developed around helping people come off their medications, because so often we go on a medication and then we have some kind of a side effect. And so then we need another medication for that, which triggers another side effect. And it's this rabbit hole of medications that you go down. And some people are on 20 and 30 medications and they don't want to be. But even some people are on 1 or 2 and they don't want to be on them for life. And so Dr. Melissa will help you come off them safely. She also will help you assess whether doing my detox program is safe for you to do if you are on other pharmaceutical medications, and if there's any contraindications between my natural supplements and your pharmaceutical drugs. And Dr. Melissa has done my detox program. She's very familiar with it. She has helped guide others in terms of their medication and whether they can do the program or the timing that they take their medication versus the supplements with my program in order to make it work to the best of everybody's ability. So she is a great resource, and I'm excited to have her as part of this program, as I am with every single practitioner here. So another lady that we have is Cherie Wirtz. Her podcast episode is episode 100, so it's actually coming out next week. So come back and listen to that. And I love, love, love her work. She's a dental hygienist and also an oral health coach. So she loves to ask, where is your tongue? Now, I bet that made you stop and think. Is your tongue on the roof of your mouth when you're relaxed and breathing through your nose, or is your tongue on the bottom of your mouth? This is indicative of whether you're a mouth breather or a nose breather. And when you're a mouth breather, that can cause all sorts of other medical issues down the line, as well as there are many people that are struggling with sleep apnea and using CPAP machines. They hate them. They're uncomfortable. Cherie helps people learn how to be nose breathers from mouth breathers with some exercises that she gives you, and can help people come off their CPAP machines and get rid of their sleep apnea. So there's many, many people out there in the world today struggling with this. And so I'm so excited to have Cherie in this program in order to help you. If that's you, if you struggle with mouth breathing, sleep apnea, CPAP machines, then you're definitely going to want to work with Cherie. Another person in the program is Trisha Perito. She was interviewed with me on this podcast in episode number 57. And she is my go-to gal for addictions. And coming out of the pandemic, there's more addictions than ever, whether it's drug, alcohol, but there's also other addictions like shopping, eating. Excuse me. Whenever anybody has addictions, I love to refer them to Trisha, because Trisha has walked that journey herself and then gone back to school, studied psychology, received all of her certifications, and built very, very successful programs in supporting people at a really high level in releasing their dependence and truly living free, because they're no longer dependent on that addiction in order for them to cope with their day-to-day lives. So that's another wonderful, wonderful resource in this program. Then I also have Roberta Hughes. And Roberta, I met more recently, but I absolutely adore her and her energy. Her energy is so calming. It's complete zen. When you are in a Zoom room with Roberta, you just feel peace. And if you listen to my December podcasts, you'll know they were all about peace. And it's so important for us to feel peace. It's our highest energy level, in fact, and it allows our whole central nervous system to calm. And what Roberta has is she has a membership where she has yoga, Pilates, and meditation, live classes, as well as recorded videos for you to access so that you can tap into her resources in order to help bring peace into your everyday. But not only that, what I love about Roberta, what she does differently, there's a lot of yoga places out there. There's a lot of meditations you can find. There's a lot of Pilates you can find online. What I love about what Roberta does is, as a member, she will meet with you several times through your program, through the first 12 weeks, in order to help you find the time in your calendar to do this for yourself. Because that is the thing I hear the most. People are busy and they don't have time, or they're saying they, don't have time for their own self-care. And sometimes it takes somebody on the outside looking in at your calendar with you in order to find the time. When we say we don't have the time ourselves, that's really a story we're telling ourselves. It's harder to tell that when you're working with someone else. And then she's there to hold you accountable. So if on your healing journey, self-care is so incredibly important, finding that place of zen and peace, because the body doesn't heal in a stressed out state. So we need to get you into this calm, stress-free state in order for the body to truly heal. And if you don't have a program that's working for you already, then you're definitely going to want to work with Roberta in order to bring yourself out of chronic stress, be able to turn on your parasympathetic nervous system and stay there and allow your body to heal in all of the work that you're doing as you're doing your detoxes with myself and Cheryl. Another member of the group is Holly Middleton. Now, Holly is, she owns a company called Flow Movement Therapy. She's a ex-dancer, and she had knee injuries, missed a major show, and basically looked for new ways to heal herself and is now sharing that with others. And what she's bringing to this program is an assessment where you get assessed for your gait, the way you move when you walk, or an assessment for your actual foot movement, because these are really, really important for preventing injury down the line. Or perhaps you already have an injury that isn't healing and you want support with more of a specialist, then Holly will be your person. All of these people, by the way, are offering a complimentary first session with you when you sign up for the Start Now, Live Well program, so that you can meet them and determine what it is you need most from them. Because some of them do have a couple of different offers, like Holly can do a gait assessment, and that will lead you down one path, or a foot movement assessment, which will lead you down another path. So it's very generous of them to offer you a complimentary session, which is included in your package price of the entire Start Now, Live Well program. You are getting all of these resources available to you and can reach out to those that you resonate with, that you feel can help you on your health journey. In addition to Holly, we have Anu Morgan. So Anu Morgan is a fitness trainer. She's a nutritionist, among other things. And in this program, she is supporting those of you that are looking for support in your fitness journey. Some people might already have a fitness trainer. Great, you can keep working with your fitness trainer. That's why this is fully customizable. But if you don't have a fitness trainer and you feel like that's my next step, I need the accountability, I need someone to create workouts for me and then meet with me in another month to tweak them because now I'm stronger and I'm fitter and I need to adjust them, maybe increase my number of reps, maybe use heavier weights, etc., etc. That is what Anu is going to offer you. And she will meet you exactly where you are at. So if you haven't done any kind of exercise for the past 3 years, she's going to start you off really gently. If you have been doing workouts, but you want to elevate your fitness routine, then she will meet you there. And all of her work can be done on Zoom. In fact, every single one of these practitioners can work with you on Zoom. That was a requirement because my business is 100% virtual and everything is done on Zoom. So, excuse me, I neglected to mention about Holly Middleton. She also did a podcast with me. It was episode 90, if you want to go back and listen to that episode. And the ladies that are in this program that have not yet been on my podcast, they will be. So they will be coming soon for sure. Another person in the program is Andy Robb. Andy is all about helping people transition from toxic products in their home to non-toxic. So whether that's personal care products is anything you use in your skin, your hair, etc., etc. The average woman is using over or putting over 200 toxins on their body with the use of personal care products every day before they head out to work. Because most of the products you're buying at your local pharmacy have toxins in them. But there are many other products out there today that are much, much cleaner. But sometimes it's confusing and you don't know how to switch over. And so that is Andy's specialty. And so she is including a complimentary call with her so she can find out what you're currently using and make recommendations to a really good, clean product alternative that you can switch over to as whatever you have runs out. So then you have a plan and it's much easier to do. You can even order it in advance so that you have it on hand and you don't even have to go shopping or be in a panic because something ran out and now you have to go buy something quickly. Another person in this program is Mandy Jeffley. Now, Mandy comes from Alberta. She is a holistic nutrition practitioner, and I've included her in this program because she has a wonderful app/portal that makes meal planning really easy for you. So I know a lot of people struggle with, they want to eat clean, they have the intention, but they're not finding the time to do it, or they're just finding it takes too long. So Mandy makes it really easy. You go into her system, she puts out new recipes every week. You pick the recipes you want. That makes a meal plan and a shopping list for you. And then all you have to do is do the shopping. And you've got your whole meal plan laid out for the week. And you don't even have to think anymore. It's just execute. And so often we get stuck in the thinking mode. Oh, I don't know what to make for dinner tonight. You ask your family for ideas. They don't have any ideas either. And you waste all this time trying to think of what you're going to make for dinner. When you get to choose from Mandy's delicious recipes, and it doesn't take very long to go in and choose, then the meal plan's automatically made, you print it out, you know what you're doing, the shopping list is done, you get the groceries or order them in. It just saves a lot of time and a lot of mental energy trying to figure it all out because this program makes it so easy. So that is a wonderful program that people can use anytime, anywhere. And again, I just want to help people create a lifestyle around their health. And so making this easy and simple and giving you tools to use is what I hope to be a way that you will actually make it happen for yourself and make it become a lifestyle because it's easy. And then the last person that I want to introduce you to here is Jackie Finneman. And Jackie, I want to say too, Mandy was interviewed with me on episode 14. So you can go back and listen to hers. And Jackie Finneman was episode number 49. And Jackie has become a very dear friend of mine. She's been an accountability partner of mine in our business coaching work. And she is a parenting coach. And you might think, well, what does parenting have to do with health? But a lot of my clients are parents. And as parents, if you are working on your health, you're modeling that for your children, which is wonderful. If your children have health issues and you're helping them with their health, then you still need to be doing what they're doing. You can't be eating McDonald's while they're not allowed to have gluten or dairy, right? So we're all in this together. And that's why I wanted to bring Jackie into this, because if you're focusing on you and your health, your children's health, it's not just your physical health, but the health of your relationship with your children. And that's where Jackie is amazing. She works with the parents and gives you incredible tools in order to be able to better communicate with your children. When you better communicate with your children, your life is more peaceful. You're not in that stress state. The yelling isn't going on in your household. The frustration of not being heard, either the child or the adult, is not happening in your household. And as a result, that in and of itself is helping to lower your stress level and bring you out of that chronic stress state, which allows for more healing on your health journey. So that's why I really wanted to bring Jackie into this program. So as you can tell, I'm super, super excited about the Start Now, Live Well program. It's on my website. You can go through and see the whole program as well as the links to all of these other practitioners so that you can create a fully customized program for yourself to focus on your health in 2023 and beyond. And when you look at it all, the price of that program compared to the cost of just 1 year in a nursing home is nothing. It's so worth it. I've got payment plans, so we can make this work for you and support you on your health journey because That's who I am. That's what I want to be doing in this world, is empowering people in their health, letting them know that there's so much more that we can be doing in order to get to optimal life, optimal health. And that leads me to one more thing I want to share with you today. Over the course of 2022, I completed my NLP Master Practitioner and Timeline Therapy Master Practitioner and my hypnotherapy teacher training courses. What all of that means is that I can now work with groups in teaching programs for hypnosis. So I'm going to be running Learn Self-Hypnosis courses and then also a hypnosis weekend. Anybody can do any of these courses. In fact, you spend 90% of your day in trance already. The difference when we do it in a course and when you learn self-hypnosis is that you are choosing to implement the change work in the state of trance versus just being in trance, driving or watching television or going about your day. And when we're working with our unconscious mind and we are giving it these suggestions of this change work to do, it is incredibly powerful and effective. And for any practitioners and coaches that may be listening to this, you can add this to your set of tools as well for working with clients if you do the weekend program with me, because that's a designation optional course. So anybody can do it. But if you would like to be designated in hypnosis to work one-to-one with your clients, you just need to write an exam at the end of the weekend course and pass the exam, and then you will be admitted to the American Board of Hypnotherapy and be allowed to work with your clients one-to-one. And that's a great new revenue stream for your business as well. Not to mention, it will really help your clients achieve their goals because hypnosis gives you 10,000 times more focus and 50,000 times more accountability in getting to where you want to go. So a powerful, powerful tool. And like I said, that is something new that I have added in 2022 with these courses in 2023 that I will be teaching to get this tool to more people. It's been around since the 1500s, before the 1500s even. But just like plant medicines that kind of got poo-pooed and pushed out by big pharma, back in the late 1800s, I think it was, early 1900s, chiropractors and naturopathic doctors were pushed out by the medical industry, and hypnosis was pushed to the side as well. But the reality is it is an incredibly powerful tool that when you learn how to use it, you can do this anytime, anywhere, because you always have your unconscious mind with you, your brain with you. And it's a great, great way to also relax and get yourself out of that chronic stress state. So I'm excited about 2023. Excuse me. I really hope you are as well. And one last thing that I'm changing for 2023 is the format of this podcast. Until now, you might have noticed that every month I had a theme and I did 2 teaching episodes, and then I did 2 to 3 interview episodes based on whether there was 4 or 5 Saturdays in the month. Well, starting this month, I'm going to do 1 teaching episode, and I'm going to have the rest of the month will be interviews so that I can be continuously introducing you to other amazing practitioners or people that have healed themselves naturally, because that gives you hope. If you're someone who's struggling on your health journey, this will bring you hope. Others have done it. You can too. The biggest part about healing is your ability to believe that you can heal, because your body is designed to self-heal. We need to create the environment for it to be able to do so, and you need to be able to believe that you can. And that might mean taking on my belief or another practitioner's belief until you start to see results and develop your own belief. But that's the key to first, the key to healing is first you have to believe that you can. Because think about it. If you believe that you can't, of course you won't, right? It comes back to that Henry Ford saying, whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right. So lots of great new resources coming your way with this podcast. Thank you for listening. Please continue to share it with others that can benefit from this health education that is coming to you through the Don't Wait for Your Wake Up Call podcast. And I just want to wish you a fabulous 2023. And if you need anything at all when it comes to your health, please reach out. I really do want to be a resource to you. And if I'm not the right person to work with you, I have surrounded myself with so many other amazing practitioners who absolutely, one of them is going to be the right person to work with you. And so you just need to reach out and connect. And then I can help guide you into your path on your healing journey. So know that you're supported and please reach out anytime. Have an awesome, healthy 2023. If you're enjoying my content and someone that wants to step into being proactive in your health and learning more, I would love to invite you to join my membership community. There's a link in the show notes. For only $19.99 a month, you get access to all of my content, and there's a lot, as well as weekly calls that you can come and get your health questions answered. It's truly priceless. I'd love to see you join the community. Check out the link in the show notes.